Hey guys, so today we're going to take a look at all the SRT vehicles that FCA has to offer in their 2022 lineup, with the focus on their features, performance, and how much they cost for each. I started doing this for 2021, so we'll continue on for this year. We will look at the various SRT Challengers, Chargers, and Durangos from Dodge, the Wrangler 392, the Hellcat Ram, and also the Alfa Romeo Quadrifoglio models, which I know aren't SRTs, but are basically an SRT for the European markets in my eyes. Those are going to be at the end of the video. Also, we'll start off with some emissions that were SRTs last year, but they're no longer offered. Anyways, let's get started. So first off, there are less SRT vehicles than we're used to, with several vehicles getting discontinued, meaning that they were not offered as a 2022 model. The Dodge Durango Hellcat was the most powerful SUV in the world that could tow more, carry more, and run a faster quarter-mile time than anything else out there. The price was a staggering $82,490 US, and it had 710 horsepower and 645 pound-feet of torque. The Durango Hellcat can do a 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds and the quarter mile in just 11.5 seconds. Only around 3,000 of these vehicles were produced for 2021, kind of like a one-off only, and now it's gone. The next emission would be both of the Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT models, which was the SRT and the Trackhawk. Now there's the new Jeep Grand Cherokee WL models, as well as the Jeep Wagoneers, but none of these have SRT models just yet. They should be getting them soon though. Going back to the WK2 Grand Cherokees, the SRT had the 6.4-liter Hemi V8 and a $69,145 price tag. With the 6.4, the SRT can do 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds and the quarter mile in just 13 seconds. The dial turned up a notch for the Trackhawk, which had a price tag up to $87,650. Both the SRT and Trackhawk do look similar, with fender flares, more grille vents, big Brembo brakes, wide 20x10-inch wheels, and more. Of course, the Trackhawk is not similar under the hood, as it borrows the extreme 707 horsepower engine from the Dodge Challenger and Charger SRT Hellcat models, driving the 4x4 Grand Cherokee to 60 miles per hour in just 3.4 seconds, and the quarter mile in just 11.8 seconds. So that makes it about as fast as a Charger Red Eye to 60 miles per hour. Again, both of these models got discontinued in favor of the new Grand Cherokee and Grand Cherokee L, but they don't have a performance model just yet. The final change from last year would be the limited edition Alfa Romeo GTA and GTA M sedans. There were just 500 of these produced, and it sold out mostly to customers in China, Japan, and Australia. Again, I see these cars as an SRT variant for Europe, if you will, so that's why I've included them in the video. The GTA M is the more extreme racing version that is more impractical for daily driving, with no door handles, panels, rear seats, and more excluded. Still 100% street legal though. Pricing started at €143,000 for the GTA and €147,000 for the GTA M. So that would make these cars priced around $155,000 to $160,000 US. The power plant is the 2.9-liter twin turbocharged V6 with 540 horsepower and a 0 to 60 time of just 3.6 seconds, which is right around the same as the Charger Hellcat. With a weight of just 3,350 pounds, the power to weight ratio is just 6.2 pounds per horsepower, which is the best in class. So now let's get into the 2022 SRTs. Although the Grand Cherokee SRTs are gone for now, Jeep has added somewhat of a substitute in their place. The Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Rubicon 392, which came out in late 2021 and is priced at $77,490 for 2022 models. Again, you might argue this is not technically an SRT model, but this is now the major performance vehicle that Jeep currently offers, and is also the most expensive Wrangler, coming with the 6.4-liter Hemi V8 engine, 8-speed automatic transmission, and rear axle ratio of 3.73. These Jeeps might be known for off-roading, but with this engine under the hood, the Rubicon 392 has 470 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque, giving it the ability to do 0 to 60 in just 4.5 seconds and the quarter mile in only 13 seconds. There are tons of performance features, like a Hydro-Glide air induction system, dual exhaust with performance mode to enhance the sound, and a performance steering wheel with paddle shifters. There's also the popular Extreme Recon package available, adding 17 by 8 inch wheels with 35-inch tires and a 4.56 rear axle ratio. The suspension is also beefed up with locking differentials at both ends, a disconnecting anti-roll bar, rock sliders, and skid plates. That allows this Wrangler 392 to be a beast whether you take it on the highway or off-roading. Next up would be the Dodge Charger, which now has 3 SRT trims for 2022, an SRT Hellcat widebody, an SRT Hellcat Red-Eye widebody, and the SRT Jailbreak. The regular Hellcat has a starting price of $77,000 US, and the main attraction is the 6.2-liter supercharged V8 Hemi, making 717 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque, paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. 0 to 60 happens in around 3.6 seconds, and the quarter mile in 11.6 seconds. These Hellcats get the wide body treatment, the same as last year, with the 3.5-inch wider body, 20 by 11-inch rims, and adaptive damping suspension, among other things. All Hellcats come with a 3-mode Bilstein system with auto, sport, and track modes, electric power steering, big Brembo rotors including 15.7-inch discs up front with 6-piston calipers, SRT performance pages, a 200 mph speedometer, leather upholstery, and heated and ventilated front seats. The Red-Eye jumps up in price all the way to $85,695, and what you're paying for essentially is the enhanced version of the Hellcat engine, which generates 797 horsepower and 707 pound-feet of torque. Dodge claims the Red-Eye can do 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds and rip down a quarter-mile drag strip in 10.6 seconds at 129 miles per hour, which would be roughly a full second faster than a regular Hellcat. It also tops out at 203 miles per hour. This version is the most powerful and fastest mass-produced sedan in the world. Compared to a regular Hellcat, there are 25 major component upgrades. Many features also get borrowed from the Demon, like Torque Reserve, SRT Power Chiller, After-Run Chiller, and Race Cooldown. The Red-Eye also gets a 220 mph speedometer and the Red-Eye logos everywhere. The SRT Jailbreak costs an extra $900, and the purpose of this was to allow customers to unlock ordering restrictions and mix and match their options when building a new vehicle. This is based on the Red-Eye. Each Jailbreak model gets a unique instrument panel badge and a revised powertrain calibration, so that pushes the Red-Eye up to 807 horsepower. And there are 10 steps to progress through as you choose add-ons and options. Next up we have the Challenger. Dodge offers double the SRT models here when compared to the Charger, as they offer the Hellcat and Hellcat Red-Eye in both a regular body and a wide body, and they also add on the SRT Super Stock. They also have the Jailbreak model like the Charger. Prices range from $68,000 to over $86,000. The Challenger SRT Hellcat Red-Eye wide body is roughly $2,000 cheaper than the Charger equivalent, but is essentially the same thing in the different body style of the Challenger. The Challenger always manages to one-up the Charger though, and it does so this year with the SRT Super Stock, which has an MSRP of $86,230, $3,000 more than the Red-Eye widebody. The whole point of the Super Stock starts with the name, from the Super Stock class of vehicle in drag racing. This takes the moniker of the world's quickest and most powerful muscle car from the Demon, which was only in production for 2018. It also gets an extra 10 horsepower up to 807 like the Jailbreaks. Visually, you can tell it's a Super Stock with the 18 by 11-inch low-gloss granite wheels, with sticky 315/40 Nitto NT05R drag radial tires. The Super Stock is also loaded with many Demon features like launch assist, launch control, and more. Other improvements include a 3.09 final drive ratio, performance-tuned limited slip differential, and many suspension improvements with the Bilstein adaptive damping suspension, and that can even shift weight to the rear tires for the best traction possible when taking off. All those improvements allow for a 0 to 60 in just 3.25 seconds and a quarter mile in 10.5 seconds at 131 miles per hour, despite the car weighing 4,450 pounds. So that makes it the quickest new Challenger available on the market today. Now we move on to the Dodge Durango. Without the Hellcat, the SRT 392 all-wheel drive is all that's left at the top of the lineup, also with the big 6.4-liter Hemi V8. The price tag is big as well, starting at $68,590, and that makes it the cheapest SRT on this list today. The performance delivers as expected with 475 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque, and all-wheel drive is standard to better put down the power to all four wheels. 0 to 60 happens in 4.1 seconds with a quarter mile pass in 12.7 seconds, and it can also tow up to 8,900 pounds. There are tons of improvements for performance, like Brembo 6-piston brakes, Bilstein active damping suspension, flat-bottom performance steering wheel with SRT paddle shifters, and SRT performance pages and drive modes. The only truck on this list today would be the 2022 Ram 1500 TRX, at a starting price of $76,880. Again, this technically isn't an SRT model, but it's on the list due to the Hellcat engine under the hood, and it is certainly the highest performing truck that Ram currently offers. It makes 702 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque with a maximum boost pressure of 11 psi. That means a 0 to 60 time of 3.8 seconds and the quarter mile in 12.4 seconds. That's all paired with a ZF heavy-duty 8 HP 95 8-speed automatic transmission and a 3.55 rear axle ratio. When compared with a regular 1500, the TRX is 8 inches wider, 6 inches longer, has a 2.5 inch lift, and a 6 inch wider track. It gets 18 by 9 inch wheels with all-terrain tires, Bilstein Blackhawk E2 performance shocks, forged aluminum control arms, and a proprietary active terrain dynamic system. The rear has features like a heavy-duty Dana 60 solid rear axle with full floating hubs, axle hop damper, and electronic locking differential. That all means some fantastic capabilities with numbers that you can find on screen. Inside there are many customizations, including options for red detailing, carbon fiber trims, hand-wrapped leather instrument panel, suede seats, deeper side bolsters, flat-bottom SRT steering wheel, performance pages, and paddle shifters for the first time ever on a Ram. Now I want to finish off the video with Alfa Romeo. Again, it's not under the SRT division, but they are a part of Stellantis and they've got their own high-performance division, which makes Quadrifoglio versions of their vehicles. So these are essentially the SRTs of Alfa Romeo. The word Quadrifoglio means four-leaf clover in Italian, so that's the badge given to these vehicles, like the SRT badges on the other vehicles. The Giulia is a compact executive car, and this model competes with the likes of the BMW M3, Cadillac ATS-V, and Mercedes-AMG C63. The top model starts at $80,625. The car is powered by a twin-turbo 2.9-liter V6 engine with a power output of 505 horsepower and 443 pound-feet of torque. That's paired with an 8-speed 8 HP 75 automatic transmission in North America, and there's the option of a 6-speed manual in Europe. As for performance, 0 to 60 happens in 3.6 seconds, and the quarter mile in 11.9 seconds for the 2022 versions. Top speed is 191 miles per hour. This engine was developed by Ferrari and is related to the twin-turbo V8 that's found in the Ferrari California. The car was even tested in the Ferrari wind tunnel. Visual cues include a carbon fiber splitter and diffuser, side skirts, 19-inch wheels, and quad exhaust tips. Following the success of the Giulia, Alfa Romeo unveiled the Stelvio, the brand's first ever SUV in 2016. This is a compact luxury crossover SUV, and it also gets a Quadrifoglio model starting at $86,850. It's got the same 2.9-liter V6 turbo power plant as a Giulia with 505 horsepower, just in a different visual package. Despite it weighing almost 500 pounds more, 4,309 pounds, versus 3,862 pounds for the Giulia, it has unbelievable performance thanks to its all-wheel drive system. The Giulia was rear-wheel drive. Car and Driver tested the SUV hitting 0 to 60 in a blistering 3.3 seconds, the quarter mile in 11.8 seconds, and a top speed of 176 miles per hour. So this is one beautiful SUV that is currently the top-selling Alfa Romeo vehicle. So that's it, guys. There you have the 2022 SRT lineup. The cheapest vehicle brand new that you can get is going to cost a minimum of $68,590, and it goes way up from there. What do you guys think? Are you impressed with what you get for the money, or do you think FCA prices are getting out of control? Let me know down in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for all your Mopar content, and I'll see you in the next video.